All right, hello. So, coming back to Hostoid Nights, we made some progress yesterday. We found some interesting facts about Hannah and her sister. But I'm not sure where to go from there, though. Because we still don't know exactly what we're looking for, though.
They said it was food poisoning. There was something in the food they ate. My dad liked to pick mushrooms, grow them too. They said it was the mushrooms. It was hard to believe. Death caps.
Oh, hi, Mrs.
They have a skirt around the cap. My dad taught me that. But, the police had no reason to think it was suspicious. They lived alone. And no one had any reason to hurt them.
Hope you're all right. Hey, what's this? She's taking a test? Oh, I'm good. I got a massage on my shoulder today. I think it's gonna get better. Wait, what? We haven't seen any of this?
Yes, my name is Hannah Smith. Oh, shit. Sorry.
What? What? What is this? What is this? Wait, when is this?
Yes, I'll take a lie detector test.
Okay.
I've never taken a lie detector test before. Does it really work?
One 27, 120, 11:27, 11:28. It's 1 minute later. So what's next then? What's in between?
My name. That was the only question I think. Your lie detector works.
Oh, it's already in there, but we're missing a few.
A week or so ago. It would have been the Saturday before my birthday. You know, I get like that on the weekends, have a lie in, then want to get up and blitz the house.
Wait, so that's 11:26. Wait. In like 10 seconds, they installed the lie detector. No, it's 4 seconds because this is 4 seconds. Okay, well, not gonna. Alright, get into this. Pretty quick, yeah. Considering she has to, you know, have the thing on the arm, around the chest. And the hands too, as well. Look at that.
I've never taken a lie detector test before. Does it really work? Yes, my name is Hannah Smith. Oh, shit. Sorry.
I5. Not sure where to go from here. Take 12.
Yes. I thought about telling Hannah. I felt guilty after the kiss. But then it began to feel like this was the way it should be. Sharing, like we had before. He never mentioned her to me. There was the Simon with me and the Simon with her. It was almost like it was a different Simon. But
Found out. No, found.
no. The parents decided there would be a wedding. And after the wedding, Hannah moved in with his parents. There was no way I could follow. So we were separated again. If I stayed in the attic, it was hard. It's like I suddenly didn't exist. I would sneak out, but in case anyone recognised me, I started wearing a wig. Hannah and I would meet up in the park. I was trying to get pregnant.
Oh, hey, Lizard.
I mean, I couldn't do it with anyone we knew, so it was
How you doing today?
sex with strangers.
Oh, we're just seeing that. What about this kiss?
Hannah was so smitten with Simon. She started getting jealous. Didn't want to
Oh,
share.
good.
Even the first date. We went to see Tom Cruise at the Old Odeon. We both went. Kept changing places in the toilet. We only had one best dress, so we had to keep swapping clothes. Must have thought we had terrible bladder problems. The next date, it was my turn. At the end, I let him kiss me, but that was it. We didn't want another card on our hands, and the Ouija board had said to hold back.
Card?
After that,
Who's
it was
Carl?
Hannah's turn, and she slept with him. Broke the rules. Deliberately broke the rules. She wanted to be the first to sleep with him. I mean, that's when she got pregnant. From that one time. After the kiss, the next time, he took me back to the house, to our parents' house, to their house. So, it was definitely him. I sometimes think he wanted to get caught to prove to himself that we were different people. He told me about his marriage, told me how his wife was completely different to me. I almost burst out laughing.
Wait, we haven't watched this.
Nothing else happened that night. We talked, then I said goodbye. Then next week I was singing in the bar again, and there he
Singing?
was.
What?
And again the next week. He offered to buy me a meal. I told them I had already eaten, and so we got chips and ate them on the beach instead. When we said goodbye, he asked me to kiss him. Romantic. So I moved out. Got a small bed sit. Got my tattoo to mark the occasion. I was singing in a bar in the evenings.
Tattoo?
So I
What?
had some money, enough money to cover my rent. And I've been doing something similar ever since. I haven't
Wait,
put
wait,
down any roots. So I had some money, enough money to cover my rent. And I've been doing something similar ever since. I haven't put down any roots. I don't exist.
That's 11:57. That's the next one.
He saw me singing one of my shows. Pure chance. Not sure I remember what he was even doing there. Afterwards, I had a drink at the bar and he came over and we got talking. I knew who he was. Obviously I knew who he was. But he didn't know who I was. He was fascinated by the likeness. He guessed my name from my tattoo. Told me it was a palindrome, like that would impress me. I enjoyed talking to him. It was amazing to be able to sit and interact and talk to him after all this time. He didn't tell me he was married.
Oh,
I'm not sure what he was thinking. He later told me it was like he was dreaming. A waking dream.
must be so weird talking to someone who you know everything about, but you can't tell. So, what about a tattoo? What? Wait, what? What is this? What? 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 What is this? No, I'm not done. I'll hang on a bit longer. Buzz when you're ready. What SP? Wait. Is this gonna be a double twin situation? Does Simon have a twin brother as well? What's his name? Smith. No, it's not Simon Smith. Okay. Who's Carl? Yeah. Wait, tattoo. Wait, there are two T to tattoo? Yeah. What? He's talking about tattoos here?
No, he doesn't have any tattoos. He has a scar down here near his stomach, past his hip. Cut himself with some glass. That was before, a long time ago. He looks just like the photo. He's not got his glasses on here though. He takes them off for the camera. But he needs them to see properly, you know. He has to read a newspaper or a menu in a restaurant. Not book so much, or watching TV. He likes TV. Oh, my tattoo. I got it to express my individuality. It's an apple and a snake.
It's kind of weird. She already wanted to tell about everything at this point. So who's Carl?
Was he my first? No need to be so coy. No, he wasn't my first. That would have been Carl. He was a local boy in a band. He was a bit of a shit. But he was sexy. We were 15. No, I was 15. Carl was older. 17, I think. I was really into him, regardless of how he actually behaved. Lots of drunken teenage sex. We did it in a church once. It's stupid. So he got tired of us and we split up after about 6 months. It was sad. Those early experiences, they help you realise who's really important to you, you know? Family.
Tired of us?
Family. So, Carl fucked off, and then there were other boys here and there, and then Simon.
Hmm.
1984 was an awful year in the end. We were living at Doug and Eleanor's. I lost the baby at the end of spring and my parents died in the summer. It was a hot summer, a heat wave. So when they discovered the bodies, it was just awful. Because of the circumstances, them dying together like that, they brought in a lot of police. A forensic entomologist. I had to look that up. It was because of the heat. It's just awful.
She lost the baby.
No, I lost the baby. I had a miscarriage at 8 months. We carried on living at Simon's parents until, well, it was only a few months after.
Hmm. What about this? I can call. Who's SB? What is your song about Diane?
Simon and Eric arguing? No, I can't imagine they'd be arguing. And they get on so well. Unless it was something to do with work. Maybe Simon was being too much of a perfectionist. But I don't know. You should ask Diane. Not really. He would go to the pub. He had his drinking buddies there, but no one ever really came back to the house. Sometimes Eric, his boss, and his wife would come over for dinner. That would be us returning the favour. Diane is a really good cook, into her trendy ingredients.
Diane
And the
is
last time
Eric's.
Simon cooked something off MasterChef, he got the recipe off Ceefax, and I did my Lloyd Grossman bit, commenting from the sidelines. I had to find fennel from the supermarket. Have you ever eaten fennel?
What's fennel?
Eric was like an uncle to him. They were pretty close. They spent a lot of time with each other, especially when they had to go to conferences. Have you met his wife, Diane?
What do you think? Do we call SB? Because I think I had a pretty good idea what happened.
An affair. Simon wasn't having an affair. You're reaching here. Oh, I don't know why. No, I've never cheated on anyone. I've never taken anything from anyone. Simon is dead. But I have my baby to care for. Why are you trying to make me sad?
Got a
Why are
baby?
you so obsessed with sex and affairs?
Wait.
You cheated on your wife. Is this your thing?
Oh, she's good. She's good. Wait. But I thought they lost a baby.
She didn't kill you. You think I killed Simon because he was having an affair? Well, I didn't kill him. I wasn't even there. I was in Glasgow worrying about whether my baby was still growing inside me. I mean, why would I kill Simon? I loved him.
What? What about the baby?
Hannah had a miscarriage. This was late in the pregnancy and it left her infertile. Felt like the universe had corrected its course.
Oh yeah.
And we're aligned again. But Hannah and Simon were still living with his parents. They were married. Simon had a job at the Glaziers now. Eric had given him a full-time position after he left school. And then
She's talking a lot about it.
my parents died. It was the worst year of my life. A miscarriage and then my parents. Yeah. They'd gone to bed feeling ill, thinking it was flu or something. The neighbour called me, I had to use my key to let them in. We found them dead in their bed. And they'd been there for days. No one had noticed. Just awful. It was so soon after my miscarriage. The worst year of my life. I'd been so happy to get married, and after that it was just like, fuck.
What? Oh
Yeah.
shit.
I mean, I was infertile. Thought I was. They told me I was infertile after the miscarriage because of complications.
So Eve had a baby?
No. The parents decided there would be a wedding. And after the wedding, Hannah moved in with his parents. There was no way I could follow. So we were separated again. I stayed in the attic. It was hard. It's like I suddenly didn't exist. People, I mean, that seemed like the right thing.
Oh wait.
Flushed. When we met up, it was disturbing. For the first time, my reflection, she didn't look like me. She was fatter, flushed. If anything, I was getting skinnier. I don't know how to look sometimes. We talked about what to do. Was it time to become our own people? I mean, that seemed like the right thing to do, but neither of us wanted it. We agreed that her and Simon would get their own place as soon as possible, and then I could move in. And that was the plan.
Wait, oh no, that's what I wanted to do. Ah, what about the baby? I'm wondering about the baby. Damn, this is not Google.
think so. Glasgow was deserted that early in the morning.
Glasgow exams? No. Baby?
It's like I told you before, I drove. I took the car and drove. I don't have my own car, but I have a spare set of keys. I just drove north. I wanted to think, put some space between me and them. Everything I told you before is true. I stopped at Glasgow. I was tired, exhausted. I pulled out and I hit a car. My car was okay, but I was worried about the baby, so I went to A&E to get the okay. Everything was fine. Slept in the car. When I woke, I tried to call Hannah from a payphone. She wasn't answering. And then I decided to drive back. I had decided that she was more important to me than Simon.
Well, she was pregnant. Argument. So was Simon sleeping with them both? Yeah. So Eve was singing at this bar, and Simon met her some nights, and then he took her home, and they had an affair. But it's unclear about when this happened.
From when I woke up. Okay. I woke up. Simon was already up, and he made me birthday breakfast of eggs Benedict. We both had to go to work, so we saved presents till later. I got to work, had some birthday cake. Children sang me happy birthday. Then I came home. The birthday meal was a takeaway, and Simon gave me his present, which I didn't mind. And after that, we talked about the baby. It turned into a big argument. Simon left. I was furious. I wanted to get as far away as I could and get some space to think. So I left.
Is that when she left for Glasgow? Wait, this is 27 of June. Wait, what? Oh, she changed her hair. It's 9/21/04.
Yes. I got to Glasgow. I was exhausted, so I pulled over and slept in the car. I woke up because a rubbish truck went past. I got some petrol, bought a coffee and a pastry, tried calling someone from a payphone, and then headed back.
Oh, that's the story she said because she had an accident. Well, Eve had an accident.
Yeah, that's Simon's watch. It was a gift from Eric. He got it this year. It was a wedding anniversary gift. Steel. It would have been Diane who chose it. She has really nice taste. That time, it must eliminate me. I was in Glasgow then.
You think who's the same person? You mean Anna and Eve? Why?
I wasn't in the house all of Friday night. After the argument, after Simon left, I left too. I was upset and I wanted to get away. So I took the car.
Something just seemed to say, something just seemed to say, just had a feeling. So you mean she would have invented the whole twin story to say that she's not the one who killed Simon? But oh, we still don't know why he died. Oh, yeah, we know how he died, I think.
Like I said before, it was 3, something like that. I walked in, saw Simon. He was on the floor of the living room. His throat had been cut. There was a lot of blood. He was dead. Her story is that she'd waited for him to come back. She put on my wig, some of my clothes, pretended to be me. They talked. She'd enjoyed being me. He said he wanted to be with me. Then he took out a present, another mirror, just like the one he'd given her earlier. That unique present. She went crazy, smashed the mirror. They argued, screamed. He hit her. So she grabbed a piece of the mirror and just swung it round. She cut his throat clean open. She'd only meant to scare him off.
Blonde.
No. I think he spoke said he was upset about our argument, but I'm not sure what else he said. He likes Helen. He likes blondes.
Who's Helen? Helen? What?
It's the Rockington Arms, The Rock. It's run by a nice couple, Peter and Susan. There's some other regulars there that Simon likes to drink with, and the barmaid they're having sometimes, Helen. Peter said Simon had been in and had a few drinks.
Hmm.
No. I told her it was one of my boyfriends, someone I had met in the bar. I think she was happy. But I could tell she was thinking, why couldn't it happen to her and Simon? They were the ones with the real life. Why not them?
Wait, so that's 11:58, 11:55.
Nothing else happened that night. We talked, then I said goodbye. Then next week I was singing in the bar again, and there he was. And again the next week. He offered to buy me a meal. I told him I had already eaten, and so we got chips and ate them on the beach instead. When we said goodbye, he asked me to kiss him. Romantic. Are you sure? What would he be doing in Oxford if there was no conference? I remember calling him. He said it was boring and he spent most of the time at the bar.
Oxford? Oxford? Oh. He was over there. Wait, what?
Are you sure? What would he be doing in Oxford if there was no conference? I remember calling him. He said it was boring and he spent most of the time at the bar.
Oxford.
It was supposed to be a secret. Just because Simon is dead doesn't mean I have to give up all his secrets.
What?
It doesn't have anything to do with what happened to Simon. No one murdered my husband because he cheated his expenses for a romantic weekend in Oxford.
What? 14:30.
Are you sure? What would he be doing in Oxford if there was no conference?
Conference. No. Secret.
When we weren't together, we'd send secret messages by tapping out a code that we'd learned from a book, the knock code. Something prisoners of war would use. We'd tap them out on radiator pipes or the attic floor. Dad thought we had mice, but we couldn't find any. Bought a cat anyway.
Wait.
When we weren't together, we'd send secret messages by tapping of war would use.
Wait, because got this No, I don't think she's a barmaid.
I'm talking about Eve.
Yeah, so, yeah, Mrs. might be right. Code. No, that's the only time she mentions it. Because there's only one moment where she... No, wait. Guitar.
I guess you could call it that, but we were both...
She doesn't have the tattoo.
Get married. It was a beautiful wedding. We had our first dance to come back.
Wait. 25/6. No tattoo. And then... The 1st of July tattoo. And we don't have any more about that.
Oh, my tattoo. I got it to express my individuality. It's an apple and a snake. Really? Okay. You want me to play something? I'm not the world's greatest guitar player. Okay?
Yeah, I think she's got the tattoo. Well, of course she's got it. It's the same day.
He saw me singing one of my shows. Pure chance. Not sure I remember what it was even.
Apparently we've seen half of the database. We're still missing some of the stuff at the end. Wait, let me check something. So do we have some footage? Wait, this is the day before. I should check because look at where it goes.
Reaching here. Oh, I don't know why. An affair.
If she had a tattoo, we'd see it here. Oh, come don't you think? It would be visible there. And I mean, how long? Because how long does it take to get your tattoo to heal up? Because 6 days before she didn't have one. Do we have anything on this date?
Well, fine, considering. I got back into the house today, and that was weird, knowing your people have been there through my things. It's like I've been burgled. I mean, worse, obviously. I don't know. I haven't looked in the cellar yet. They sent a cleaner in. As good as new, he said. But they had to throw some stuff out. Couldn't get the blood out. And I'm still waiting to hear from the coroner so we can get a date set for the funeral. It's going to be a cremation. So...
No.
Oh, my tattoo. I got it to express my individuality. It's an apple and a snake. So I moved out. Got a small bed sit. Got my tattoo to mark the occasion. I was singing in the bar in the evenings. So I had some money, enough money to cover. He saw me singing one of my shows. Pure chance. Obviously I knew who he was. Talking. I knew who he was. Obviously I knew who he was. But he didn't know who I was. He was fascinated by the likeness. Guessed my name for my tattoo.
Yeah, so she said she had the tattoo when she moved out of their parents' attic. Well, right there.
Nice. To mark the occasion.
Moved out, got a small bedsit, got my tattoo.
To mark the occasion.
Wait, when was this?
So I moved out. Got a small bed. I was living in the house. They never even looked in the attic. The police believe that's what happened. They never even looked in the attic.
11:51. June 63. Eve shouldn't have one then. What do you mean? Eve is the one who has a tattoo. Yeah, Hannah doesn't have it. And we see that yeah, that's the only time she mentions it. Scylla, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, so she doesn't have it here.
Well, fine, considering.
And oh wait, what's this?
Sure, yes, of course, if that would help. Will you phone the house to let me know when you want to come round? Then I can make sure that I'm there.
A secret? We don't see one of the secrets. Oh yeah.
I hoover my dust every week, maybe less. I once asked Eleanor how often I should dust, and she said, if people ask, tell them you do it once a week, but every few weeks is okay. I think she was just trying to make me feel better. I mean, when I was there, she was hoovering every day, ran an ordered house. You know how that generation is, putting on a brave front. She has secret stashes of cigarettes. Doug doesn't even know she smokes. When I was there, I saw her. She has these sort of porcelain vases, ornamental, next to the Reader's Digest books. Cigarettes inside. And she still has them. I mean, last time I was there, I looked in a vase. There was a fresh pack. I mean, all those years of marriage, and she still has a secret like that.
I don't know if you can actually hide that you're smoking. Is it even possible? Oh, this day, yeah. 25th.
Eric was like a
June.
uncle to him. They were pretty close. They spend a lot of time with each other, especially when they have to go to conferences. Have you met his wife, Diane?
So we can be pretty certain that there are actually two persons, unless this is, not a real tattoo. Oh. Already looked wig. For wig, I think there's more than... Yeah.
wedding. And after the wedding, Hannah moved to the club. So it was, and I would meet up in the park. Hard. So we were separated.
Blonde. Wait, there's no ear blonde. Ah, there's an ear blonde.
Yes, there's a car that we share, a Cavalier, and a van he uses for work. It's owned by Eric, but we look after it. Both of them are there now, parked on the street. I'm not sure about the beautiful vans.
Have you ever eaten wine gums? Wine gums? I don't know. Let me check what that is. Wait. Those are gums that taste like wines? But does it actually taste like wine? Wait, I'm gonna show what it is in case people don't know. Because I don't think we got that in France. Yeah. Are they just regular sweet gums or... But what does it taste like? Because in France we have gummy bears and what else? Okay, just fruit. Because we have gummy bears, but what else do we have with the same kind of gum? Because we don't have the babies, that's for sure. Don't remember the name of the babies. It's eating the babies is very weird.
I left the next day, Saturday. I slept for a few hours in the car. When I woke up, I came straight back. Simon wasn't returning my calls and I wanted to try and make up. I got back to the house and Simon wasn't there. And I... Excuse me. Is there a bin?
Oh. So she is pregnant?
Yeah. I pulled over and slept in the car. This was just by the side of the road. I was exhausted.
Yeah, probably. Because she was talking about... wait. So that's right before
I got in the car
I
and I
drove.
drove. I just kept driving north. Just kept going, just wanted to get as far away as I could. When I finally stopped, I was all the way up in Glasgow. I was so tired. I just had to sleep.
So we're talking about Glasgow.
Simon isn't the type to run off or do anything crazy. Someone must have done something to him, or there must have been some kind of accident. So what do we do next?
What?
Simon
18th
isn't the type to run off or do anything crazy.
06.
Someone must have done something to him, or there must have been some kind of accident.
Simon is missing.
So what do we do next?
And then
You think it's murder? I mean, clearly it's murder. What
27.
can I do to help?
Body. Wait, what time was this? Murder. 20:53. 20:52.
The bruise. I have a really fast metabolism, so stuff like that just comes and goes. I don't know if there's much more that I can tell you there.
Oh yeah, the bruise. See? There are two people because of the bruise. And Hannah had the bruise, but Eve doesn't have it.
Bruise? Oh, yeah, no, it's nothing. I was going through the top cupboard in my kitchen and the chair slipped and I kind of hit the door with my face. We hurt like hell.
Shows his
Bruise? Oh, yeah, no, it's nothing. I was going through the top cupboard in my kitchen and the chair slipped and I kind of hit the door with my face. We hurt like hell.
she's laughing now. So at this time she's not supposed to have found the body. And 27th, they found the body.
I left the next day, Saturday. I came straight back. I guess you could call it that, but we were both happy to get married. It was a beautiful wedding. I would have been a good mother. I was young, but I would have been a good mother. She was a girl, by the way, the baby. We were going to call her Sarah. Simon wanted to call her Ava after his nana, but I didn't want her to have a symmetrical name.
Sarah.
And the Glaziers. I worked there some weekends and Simon had a part-time job there too. That was Eric's generosity. He was always good at helping out other people's children. Simon was quiet, more thoughtful than the other boys. Even then, he had a sense of craftsmanship. Wasn't always rushing stuff. Boys that age are just running around like headless chickens most of the time. You know? Plus, he had that look. He looked like a fairy tale prince from one of my books. I wouldn't say that. It could be passionate. It's just, it was more than that. It wasn't just sex like I had been with the other boys.
What? What?
And the Glaziers. I wouldn't say that. It could be passionate. It's just, it was more than that. It wasn't just sex like I had been with the other boys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, when I was at school. I worked part-time in the front shop. It was sort of an extended family thing. My dad used to work there, my mum worked there before I was born. I took care of paperwork, filing, typing out invoices, that kind of thing. It was a good job for a girl back then. I didn't work a till or anything though, I was quite shy, so I wouldn't have liked to have worked a till. Okay. There's a girl and she's staring out of the window. She's sad. She's trapped. She's here. She's looking out the window because her mother won't let her out.
Wait, I'm gonna do I need to do some kind of don't know how to proceed with this. I have no idea. No idea. Let me do something. I want to. I don't know. I'm going to write down the dates. So we know she's been. There is the. Wait. Time. Document editing. Oh yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Okay. Yeah, that's what I want. Okay. All right. So, sorry. What's the aim of this game? Well, it's quite unclear. But here, I created an pad where we can actually write stuff down if you want to help. Oh, it might be a bit too late though. Oh, jeez. I don't know. Might be a bit too late on that. Just wanted to say, okay, we have the dates. Wait, I just need to do something. I just need to restart the game. Give me a sec. No. All right. That's gonna be easier. All right. So what I wanted to do is we have the dates 1806. We have 2506. We have 2706. We have 3006. We have 01, 07, we have 03, 07. So that's Eve. 01. This one, I think it's Eve. Oh, I don't know. This one we know it's Hannah. 30th. This is 25th. This is Anna. Well, this one we don't know. 30th is Anna, we knew that. '27, 18.
Yes, there's that we share Cavalier, and a van he uses for work. It's owned by Eric, but we look after it.
What?
Both of them are there now, parked on the street. I'm not sure about the keys for the van. I can look for you when I get back.
Did you have sound twice as well?
Yes, there's a car that we share, Cavalier,
Must have been a bug.
and a van he uses for work. I wasn't in the house all of Friday night. After the argument, after Simon left,
Yeah, I think I double clicked.
I left too. I was upset and I wanted to get away. So I took the car. Yes. I got to Glasgow, I was exhausted, so I pulled over and slept in the car. I woke up because a rubbish truck went past. I got some petrol, bought a coffee and a pastry, tried calling someone from the payphone, and then headed back. I thought it made me sound suspicious. It's not a normal thing to do, to drive to the other end of the country. I wanted to keep it simple.
What?
I knew it was stupid not to tell you everything. Saying I spent the night in Glasgow when my husband went missing, I thought it would, distract you from what was important. It's different now. Now he's...
Oh, so now she know he's dead. Simon Smith. He works at Ernst Brothers Glass. They do windows, all kinds of glass. Simon does the more special work, mirror making, feature windows, artistic things, really beautiful things. Simon isn't the type to run off or do anything crazy. Someone must have done something to him, or there must have been some kind of accident. So what do we do next? It's possible that Eve went first because she's better at lying. Guitar. That's the first, so that's Eve, we know, because she plays guitar.
Yes. Yeah, it's my guitar. No. No, Simon didn't play guitar. He wasn't very musical. He liked to listen, but he was tone deaf.
Could it be that they first got Eve, then she went to Glasgow, so they took Anna? And 27th is Eve again. It's unclear. Wait, because we're not sure how long he's been missing.
Simon is 6 foot. Last year on holiday in Rome. It's the Rockington Arms. The Rock couple, Peter and Susan. And the bar meet they have it sometimes. Helen. It's run by a nice couple, Peter and Susan. There's some other regulars there that Simon likes to drink with. And the bar meet they have it sometimes. Helen. Peter said Simon would be
Rockington. Rockington. Rockington.
Yes, there's an Amstrad one. No one uses it for very much. There's a printer so you can write letters on it. Simon sometimes plays games. You know, Climb the Tower, Save the Princess, that kind of thing.
Amstrad. Computer. No. Phone. Is Peter? Isn't that Simon's father? No, it's the owner of the bar.
Rockington Arms, the Rock. It's run by a nice couple, Peter and Susan.
Yeah. Pretty sure Susan isn't mentioned again either. Yeah. Blue jacket. '27. Red jacket.
I wasn't in the house all of Friday night.
Oh yeah, she's holding her
After the
hands.
argument, after Simon left, I left too. I was upset and I wanted to get away. So I took the car.
So she went to Glasgow quite, a bit before they went to the police, because they had to arrange everything. And remember, Eve came back, and they made all the whole plan.
No. The parents decided there would be a wedding.
Watch.
It happened very quickly. We hardly had to talk to each other. We agreed almost silently. The baby was what mattered. We'd help each other. We cleaned up. We bagged up the broken mirror, her clothes. They're gone. We took him down to the cellar. We knew we had an alibi, and we wanted the body to be found later. We wanted to have suspicion on us, so we could then disprove it, rather than have it linger. Better to keep the body in the house than risk being seen with it. The watch, that was my touch, to make sure the alibi stuck. I guess you could call it that, but we were both happy to get married. It was a beautiful wedding. We had our first dance to Come Back and Stay. I'm not sure if that's a good wedding song, but I loved it. I chose it. I mean, it was genuinely our first.
Wait, could it be that we've only seen Anna twice? No, three times. Wait, I think that's Anna.
Yes. We'd fight. We fought on the beach once and I held Eve's head underwater. There was no one else around. It was at the far end of the beach. And I held her head under and I kept it under.
Wait, what?
Yes. We'd fight. But that was it. It was just a moment. We made up after. It was a love-hate relationship. Yes.
I don't know. Don't know what else we can find here. There's still a few things we're missing. Should we go there? And if, I don't know, I can still come back if it's not interesting. What do you think? I think we can just go. Not sure what's the... I don't know. What's this? Ah, the broken mirror.
On his clothes? That would make sense. He made it. By hand. I mean, he brushes the silver onto the glass. It's not how they make mirrors these days. I mean, he made the mirror. And he gave it to me. No. I've had enough coffee for today, thanks. Glass of water. About 8 years back, it was a present to myself. I shouldn't even be drinking coffee with the baby. It's been hard trying to give it up. I think they say you can have 1 cup.
What? 8 years back? Wait, that's 1422.
Oh, my tattoo. I got it to express my individuality. No. I've had enough coffee for today, thanks. Black coffee, thanks. No sugar. Sweet enough as it is. Yes. I pulled over and the truck went past. I got some petrol, bought a coffee and a pastry. Tried calling someone from a payphone. Coffee, I guess. Milk and sugar.
Oh wait, have we seen this one before? The 2nd of July. No, I'm not talking about the video, but about this outfit. Don't think we've seen it before.
About 8 years back. Drinking coffee with the baby. To give it a cup. No. I've had enough coffee for today.
Wait.
I shouldn't even be drinking myself. I shouldn't even be drinking coffee with the baby. It's been hard trying to give it up. I think they say you can have 1 cup.
7 minutes later.
I've had enough coffee for today.
Sing. $29. 35. It's weird because she's talking about it and that's weird.
Yes. It was a shock to him. I mean, we never thought it was possible. I don't know what he... I mean, I hadn't decided whether to keep the baby. I wasn't really ready to talk to him about it.
Wait, so what is she talking about here?
Coffee, I guess. Milk and sugar.
I think it's Eve there. No, wait, because she's taking coffee. Wait.
Coffee, I guess. Milk and sugar.
Milk and sugar.
Black coffee, thanks. No sugar. Sweet enough as it is.
Do people change the way they drink coffee? I don't know.
Yes. No. I've had enough coffee for today, thanks. Glass of water.
What?
Florence took me home with her. Mother hadn't been expecting twins and had a healthy baby. I guess she was just happy for Florence to clean up. Take away the evidence that this was anything but a happy occasion. Coffee, I guess. Milk and sugar.
Oh, there are a few things. So there's quite a few things we haven't seen yet. I don't know. I'm very curious about what this is. We'll try that. Are you done? It's funny because you can only type yes or no. It's not going to work if you type anything else. Okay, let's see what happens. Good, so you think you understand why your mother did what she did? Oh, we're the daughter. No. Well, do we understand? Because we kind of know. But does that mean we understand? We know how she killed him, but not why. Well, we know why, because she found out that Anna found out that Simon and Eve had a relationship, and she found the wig and she impersonated Eve, and then Simon gave her the same mirror, the same unique mirror she had gotten before. And she got mad and killed him. So I don't know. Not sure what they mean by understanding though. That's my problem here. Yeah. Well, I would say that if you're, arguing with someone and you take a piece of broken glass and swing it in the direction of that person, that's not exactly accidental, but and the mother is Eve, not Hannah though. So you think you understand why your mother did what she did? I don't think we do. Or maybe, I don't know. Very... Or maybe he's not talking of the murder. Well, if we believe what Eve said, she didn't kill Simon. So what she did is she helped Hannah escape. That's what she did. But then again, well, I mean, we can try and see what happens. We can try and say yes. Maybe they'll, you know, try and quiz us somehow. I don't know. Sarah. So that's the name.
I would have been a good mother. I was young, but I would have been a good mother. She was a girl, by the way, the baby. We were going to call her Sarah. Simon wanted to call her Ava after his nana, but I didn't want her to have a symmetrical name.
Yeah. So, what do you say? Wait, let's see what happens. So he said to log off and can meet over the road. Let's try and log off. Is it gonna do anything? I don't know. It's just one. I want to know what happens with this one. Okay, so what do you think? We try to look for a video that explain what actually happened, or maybe either that or you know, someone who put all the sequences in the right order, because I kind of want to know more, but I don't want to spend like 5 more hours trying to find out the things about this story. Okay, let's try something. Just check you could... Wait, what? What did you say? Admin password? What? What did she say? Can we log in again? Oh jeez, we can't skip that. Oh, we can. Admin unlock, but where do we type that? Oh yeah, in here? Query maximum now set to 15. Murder? No. Oh.
That should eliminate me as a suspect. If I was in Glasgow, can't be in 2 places at once. I don't see how it's hard. We've established I was in Glasgow when he was killed. You've spoken with the hospital.
Oh.
Ask the hospital.
Ask the hospital.
I didn't. I slept in the car. I left about 9 that night. I wasn't there.
Okay, I got a 10-minute video that explains the whole thing. What do you say?
Yeah, we were 17. It was a nice wedding, people said. Simon looked very handsome in the photos. His parents paid for everything, but he's an only child, so it was important to them. It was what they called a shotgun wedding, but if you looked at the photos, you couldn't tell. The dress was beautiful. It looked like Princess Diana's. The train wasn't quite as long, though. There's a great photo of the bridesmaid helping to carry it out of the car. When beautiful people died, we always felt like it was a sign. You remember Princess Grace? Grace Kelly? She died in a car crash the year before we met Simon. We used a Ouija board to speak to her, and that gave us the power to find him. That's what we thought then. That people who died tragically leave some kind of magic behind. We used to share dreams. We used to wake up and write them down in our diaries immediately and compare them.
So, Lizard, you good with all that? With having everything explained? Okay, let's go then. Let me just do this. Okay, so we're
Her Story is a fascinating game about piecing together the story of Hannah Smith as she gives interview testimony on 7 different occasions. As you pull clips from a computerized filing system by searching for words spoken in that video, you'll unravel the truth and understand what happened and
sorry.
I think anyone could
Whoa,
have
whoa,
believed the
sorry,
video out is why. But piecing together the story of Hannah Smith as she gives interview testimony on 7 different occasions. As you pull clips from a computerized filing system by searching for words spoken in that video, you'll unravel the truth and understand what happened and why. But the game is open-ended and in a way open to interpretation. There's no quiz at the end, no video clip that explains everything, no final cutscene, so you're left to puzzle out exactly what happened on your lonesome. If the game left you confused, let us explain what happened. And as we said at the top, this will spoil the game, so this is your last warning to leave the video before you ruin this brilliant indie game for yourself. Okay, go on? Good. Right, Hannah Smith killed her husband, Simon Smith. That much I think anyone could have predicted. What you were probably surprised to learn is that you're not just watching Hannah give testimony, but also a woman who looks exactly like her, called Eve. We think that on June 18th, Eve is being interviewed, but pretending to be Hannah. Then on June 25th, it's Hannah, and on June 27th, Eve is back, again pretending to be Hannah. We think this because we will later learn that Hannah receives a bruise on her face in a fight before any of the interviews take place, but she only has it during the second interview. In the third, it's gone, and Eve touches the wrong side of her face.
I have a really fast metabolism, so stuff like that just comes and goes.
The woman in the third clip also has morning sickness, and we'll soon find out that Eve is the one who is pregnant. On the 30th of June, Hannah is back. We know this because she has no tattoo on her arm, like Eve does in the next session on July 1st. It's hard to tell who is there for the short interview that takes place on July 2nd, but on July 3rd, it's definitely Eve. She fails a lie detector test about her name.
Yes, my name is Hannah Smith. My name? That was the only question I failed. Your lie detector works.
And then fesses up. This interview with Eve in the white shirt is the source of most of the truth about her story, though I guess the caveat is that we don't get Hannah's side of the story on any of this, so we just have to trust what Eve is saying. With that being said, let's go through everything from the girl's birth to this testimony in a whirlwind tour of Hannah and Eve's life. This is her story. First of all, the girls are indeed twins.
When Hannah was born, I was born at the same time. The midwife was there to help. I'd been throttled by the cord, probably wrapped around my neck by Hannah. The midwife told my mother I was dead.
But a midwife called Florence split them up, took Eve in and raised her as her own daughter. Eventually, Hannah and Eve meet.
We must have seen each other before, but there was this instant when we first realised it wasn't a reflection. The reflection was staring back.
But when Florence dies, Eve goes to Hannah's house and lives in Hannah's attic. Throughout their childhood and teenage years, the two girls would swap places. They embrace each other's unique strengths and keep a diary to stay on the same page.
If one of us got hurt, the other one would have to be hurt too. A grazed knee, a bruise. When I lost my tooth first, we had to pull out Hannah's to match.
They also shared boys, but when Hannah meets Simon, she decides she won't share this man with her twin sister.
Hannah insisted I not pretend to be her around Simon, let alone sleep with him. We didn't share him like the others. The rules had changed.
And things get especially complicated when Hannah gets pregnant and moves out of her family house and into Simon's. Eve tries, but she can't get pregnant to match, and she's stuck in the attic of Hannah's parents' house. But then Hannah loses the baby, and doctors say this made her infertile.
I was infertile. Thought I was. They told me I was infertile after the miscarriage because of complications.
That same year, in 1984, Hannah's parents die, and Simon and Hannah move into the parents' home. But Eve moves out.
Got a small bed sit. Got my tattoo to mark the occasion. I was singing in a bar in the evenings.
Then one day, she meets Simon at a show.
He saw me singing one of my shows. Pure chance. Not sure I remember what he was even doing there. Afterwards, I had a drink at the bar and he came over and we got talking. I knew who he was. Obviously I knew who he was. But he didn't know who I was. He was fascinated by the likeness.
They sleep together and Eve gets pregnant, but she doesn't tell Simon or Hannah.
I had always thought we were infertile. Both of us. I didn't tell him.
On the twins' birthday, the day of the murder, Eve tells Hannah about her baby.
I told her because I thought she would be happy for us both.
But she lies about the father.
I told her it was one of my boyfriends, someone I had met in the bar.
When Simon comes home that day, he gives Hannah a unique mirror as a birthday present.
He made it himself. It was a special one-off. He made it and decorated it. That's his thing.
Hannah then finally tells Simon about Eve and Eve's pregnancy and says she wants to help her twin sister.
Afterwards, she told Simon about me, told him I was pregnant. She wanted me to move in with them, this sister he didn't know she had.
But
She knew that instant. The look on his face.
Sorry.
so she kicks him out. Hannah calls up Eve and they fight.
We screamed at each other, argued, cried, we fought.
Wait.
I hit her
I
back.
missed a bit.
Hannah calls up
The look on his face. The look on his face. He didn't know she had.
but
She knew that instant. The look on his face. She knew.
so she kicks him out. Hannah calls up Eve and they fight.
We screamed at each other, argued, cried, we fought. I hit her back, left a bruise. I had my wig on from performing, she tore it off.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
We grew tired of fighting and I left.
Eve goes to Glasgow in her car.
I was driving badly and I hit a taxi. Not a big crash, just paintwork. He made sure I got to the hospital so they could check me out. He was fine. The hospital must have details when I was looked at.
Which makes her say,
That should eliminate me as a suspect. If I was in Glasgow, can't be in two places at once.
more on that in a moment. Back home, we get this.
Her story is that she'd waited for him to come back. She put on my wig, some of my clothes, pretended to be me. He said he wanted to be with me.
So we've seen that.
Then he took out a present. Another mirror. Just like the one he'd given her earlier. That unique present. She went crazy, smashed the mirror. They argued, screamed. He hit her. So she grabbed a piece of the mirror and just swung it round. She cut his throat clean open.
Yikes. So Eve returns home and finds Simon dead.
I walked in, saw Simon. He was on the floor of the living room.
And Hannah is there, covered in blood. The two hide the body, and then the watch.
The watch. That was my touch.
They set the time to when Eve is in Glasgow to make the alibi stick. Eve, pretending to be Hannah, then goes to the police, saying Simon is missing. She returns a few days later and says she found the body.
I went cold all over. I went down there with a torch and went straight to the back, and that's when I saw the bin bags. Pulled them open, saw the body.
But things start to get a bit messy when the police find hairs from Eve's wig.
Could the hairs have come from somewhere else?
And then the police, like you do, suspect Hannah of being two people.
Twins? Really?
Finally, Eve confesses all, as you've seen in the clips above. Eve then asks for a lawyer.
I'd like to speak to a lawyer now. Please. You have no murder weapon. You have nothing. And all these stories we've been telling each other. Just that. Stories.
And then we get the final word on Hannah.
My sister is gone. And she's never coming back.
And that's the story, or at least that's what we hear from Eve. Maybe there's more to it. Perhaps Eve and Hannah aren't different after all, and this is just some maniacal plea to get out of jail. Or maybe Eve murdered Simon and is blaming Hannah. That much is up to you to decide. Let us know your theories in the comments below. But thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the game.
Okay, so we mostly had it. We missed a few details. What confuses you, Lizard? What he suggested at the end. You mean that might all be like incredible setup? Well, it is possible, but I would say it's very unlikely. Very unlikely. Well, okay. It wasn't so long. Oh yeah. We spent quite longer than expected. Well, not expected, but okay. We're looking for something It was, well, we're looking too hard, maybe. Okay, well, a lot of people found all the videos in only 4 hours. I have no idea. Must be very good. Yeah, but they might not know, might not get all the videos though. What? What is it? What is it, Mrs.? Wait. Well, yeah. Oh yeah, jelly babies. We don't have that either. We only have. Wait, what's the name? Des oursons. Red bears. Anyway. Alright then. I'm gonna be able to look at something else. I don't know yet what I'm gonna play. I'm gonna have to look. So if you have any suggestions, don't hesitate. Lizard, if you wanna have discussions like how to play next, might join the Discord if you want. Anyway, well, good thing we actually found out what happened. I think, oh yeah, all right. I'll come back tomorrow then, probably, and in the meantime, have a good night. And thanks for being here, as always.